Welcome back to Psychology of Humans. Thich Nhat Hanh brought ancient mindfulness teachings into the modern world in a way that was simple, practical, and deeply human. He did not present mindfulness as an abstract philosophy. He presented it as a way to live, moment by moment, with awareness, calm, and compassion. His central insight was this: most of our suffering comes from not being fully present in our own lives. The mind lives somewhere else. It lives in memories of the past. It lives in fears about the future. It lives in constant planning, comparison, and worry. Meanwhile, life is happening now. Thich Nhat Hanh often said, "The present moment is the only moment available to us, psychologically." This statement is profound. The past exists only as memory. The future exists only as imagination. Yet the mind spends enormous energy living in both. This creates rumination, anxiety, and emotional exhaustion. Mindfulness returns attention to what is actually happening now. Breathing, walking, listening, being. Mindfulness, in Thich Nhat Hanh's teaching, is simple awareness. It means noticing thoughts, emotions, and sensations without immediately reacting to them. Instead of being carried away by anger, you notice anger. Instead of being consumed by anxiety, you observe anxiety. This small shift creates psychological distance. Modern psychology calls this metacognitive awareness. When we observe experience instead of merging with it, emotional intensity softens. Thich Nhat Hanh often emphasized conscious breathing. He taught simple practices such as breathing in, "I know I am breathing in." Breathing out, "I know I am breathing out." This may seem trivial, but the breath is always present. By returning attention to breathing, the mind stabilizes. Neuroscience confirms that slow, conscious breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, reducing stress and calming the body. A major theme in Thich Nhat Hanh's teaching is compassion, starting with oneself. Many people treat their own suffering with criticism or impatience. When anxiety appears, they say, "What's wrong with me?" Thich Nhat Hanh suggested a different approach. Treat your suffering the way you would treat a crying child, with patience and care. This self-compassion reduces internal conflict and emotional suppression. Modern research strongly supports this principle. Thich Nhat Hanh did not advise suppressing anger. He advised understanding it. Anger often hides deeper emotions: fear, hurt, misunderstanding, unmet needs. Mindfulness allows us to examine these layers rather than reacting impulsively. Instead of acting from anger, we learn to observe it. This transforms the emotional response. One of Thich Nhat Hanh's most beautiful concepts is interbeing. Nothing exists independently. A piece of paper contains the sun that nourished the tree, the rain that fed it, the logger who cut it, the mill that processed it. Everything is interconnected. Psychologically, recognizing interconnection reduces isolation and increases empathy. It softens the boundaries between self and others. Thich Nhat Hanh emphasized that mindfulness is not limited to meditation. It can be practiced while washing dishes, drinking tea, walking, listening to someone speak. Any activity becomes mindful when attention is fully present. This transforms ordinary moments into moments of awareness. One of his most famous teachings was simple: peace is every step. Peace is not a distant goal achieved later. It is created through how we move through each moment. Psychological stability grows through small, repeated acts of awareness. His teachings align strongly with modern therapeutic practices: mindfulness-based stress reduction, acceptance and commitment therapy. Scientific research confirms that mindfulness improves emotional resilience, reduces anxiety, and increases well-being. Modern life constantly pulls attention away from the present moment. Phones, deadlines, notifications fragment the mind. Thich Nhat Hanh offers a gentle reminder: you do not need to escape life to find peace. You only need to return to the present moment. Thich Nhat Hanh teaches that mindfulness is not complicated. It is simply remembering to be here. When awareness returns to the present moment, the mind becomes calmer, compassion grows, and life becomes clearer. Peace is not something we chase. It is something we practice, one breath at a time. Thanks for watching Psychology of Humans.